Welcome to Happy Yoga with Sarah Starr. Happy Yoga is designed to bring you the beauty of Mother Nature as we take time to bring more balance into the mind, body, and breath. Flow with the ocean waves at dusk as we recharge the body with an intermediate core-focused practice. Experience abdominal work woven into sun salutations, standing poses, twists, and more. Relax and remember your happy yoga smile. Namaste. Namaste. Let's begin our practice focusing on three-part breath. Sitting tall, place the hands over the belly. With an inhale, feel the navel move away from the spine. And on the exhale, feel the navel slowly draw back towards the spine. Breathing in and out through the nose. Adding the second part, place the right hand over the right rib cage. Inhale from the belly to the ribs, feeling the expansion of your breath. Exhale, belly, then ribs. Adding the third part, place the left hand over the heart. Inhale, belly, ribs, and chest, feeling the heart buoyant. Exhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Continue with this smooth, even breath as we move through our practice, beginning in a reclined position, focusing on the core. With the knees bent, reach the arms out like a T. Squeeze the thighs together as you gently press the low back into the earth. Exhale, draw the navel back, lift the feet, knees over the hips, with the shins parallel and level with the earth. Exhale, release, setting the feet to the earth. Squeeze the thighs together, gently press the low back into the earth. Exhale, lift the feet, knees over the hips, keeping the feet flexed, working the inner thighs and hip flexors. Exhale to release, setting the feet to the earth. Repeating once more. Exhale, draw the navel towards the spine, pressing the low back gently into the earth, lifting the feet, knees over the hips. For more of a challenge, slowly lower the feet towards the earth, hovering, with the knees over the hips and the low back gently pressing. Exhale to release, setting the feet to the earth. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. Extend the left leg, flexing through the heel. Exhale, roll up, lifting the head and chest using the core. For more of a challenge, lift the left leg to hover. Exhale to release, setting the feet and head to the earth. Repeating to the opposite side, hug the left knee in towards the chest. With the right leg extended, exhale, lift the head and chest using the core. For more of a challenge, lift the right leg to hover. Exhale to release. Hug the right knee in towards the chest, extending through the left leg, flexing through the left foot. Exhale, roll up, and for more of a challenge, lift the left leg to hover. With an exhale, release. Repeating once more, hug the left knee in towards the chest. Exhale, lift the head and chest, extending strongly through the right leg. For more of a challenge, lift the right leg to hover. Exhale, release, setting the feet and head to the earth. Roll off to your side, transitioning to all fours. Exploring cat-cow stretch with the hands in line with the shoulders and the knees below the hips. Inhale, lift the heart, tilting the pelvis forward lightly, softening the belly towards the earth, and with each exhale, round the spine, drawing the navel back, lengthening the tailbone under slightly, sending the point between the shoulder blades to the sky. Continue moving at your own pace, wrapping this movement around your breath. Release and return to center. With the core engaged, extend the right leg straight back with the toes turned under, pressing back through the heel. Press the earth away as you lift the left knee to hover, rounding the spine, coiling the navel back with the chin towards the chest. Slowly release and repeat to the opposite side. Extend through the left leg, toes turned under, pressing back through the heel. Exhale, lift the right knee to hover, rounding the spine. Tuck the knee in, activating the hip flexors and core. Exhale, release, returning to center. Repeating this sequence once more. Extend and press through the right leg, keeping the right leg firm. Press down through the hands, activating the core, lifting the left knee to hover, drawing the knee towards the chest, rounding the spine. Exhale to release. Repeating to the opposite side. Extend back through the left leg, toes turned under. Exhale, press down through the hands, activating the core. Lift the left knee to hover, rounding the spine, coiling the navel up and back. Exhale, release, returning to all fours. With the toes turned under, exhale, lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog pose. Breathe as you roll the shoulders open away from the ears, pressing the tops of the thighs back, allowing gravity to lengthen the spine. Inhale, glide the heart forward into plank position. Exhale, lower to the knees, point the toes back, lower the torso to the earth. Inhale, lift the heart into cobra pose, actively pressing the shoulder blades into the upper back, supporting the lift of the chest. Exhale to release. Maintain the legs. Reach the arms back, palms facing down, pressing to the earth. Exhale, lift the head, chest, and legs into a variation of locust pose. Lift and lengthen through the upper spine, using the inner thighs to lift the legs up towards the sky, reaching back through the balls of the feet. Exhale, release, transitioning into Sphinx pose. Bring the arms forward, resting the elbows beneath the shoulders, forearms to the earth and fingertips pointing forward. Keep the legs engaged, lifting the kneecaps, pressing down through the tops of the feet, drawing the shoulder blades down the back while lifting the chest forward and lengthening the tailbone towards the heels. Working front of core, exhale, lift the ribs, belly and thighs, turn the toes under and lift the legs into forearm plank. Draw the navel back, roll the shoulders open away from the ears, keeping the legs active. Exhale to release, lower to the knees, point the toes back, returning to Sphinx pose. Breathe as you draw the chest forward, lengthening the tailbone towards the heels. Exhale, lift the ribs, belly, and thighs, turning the toes under. Lift the legs into forearm plank, keeping the body in the straight line from the head to the feet. Exhale, lower to the knees, point the toes back, returning to Sphinx pose. Squeeze the thighs and glutes, pressing the pubic bone down, lifting the chest forward and up, chin level with the earth. Exhale, lift the ribs, belly, and thighs. Turn the toes under and lift the legs into forearm plank, feeling the core strong. Exhale, lower the knees, point the toes back, returning to Sphinx pose. Exhale, lift the ribs, belly, and thighs. Turn the toes under, lifting the legs into forearm plank. Feel the legs strong, engaging the quadriceps, pressing back through the heels. Exhale to release, lower to the knees, point the toes back, returning to Sphinx pose. Stay connected to your breath as you release, transitioning into downward facing dog pose. Feeling unrushed, step both feet forward between the hands. Inhale, lift the heart to a flat back, hands to the shins or to the earth, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold forward from the hip creases, keeping the spine long, rotating the inner thighs back and apart slightly, reaching the crown of the head towards the earth. Inhale, lift the torso to upright, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer position. Transitioning into chair pose. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, lengthening the tailbone towards the earth, squeezing the thighs together, keeping the weight in the heels. Adding a cat-cow stretch. Inhale, sweep the arms open, tilting the pelvis forward slightly. Exhale, sweep the arms forward, rounding the spine, drawing the navel back, tilting the pelvis under. Continue wrapping this movement around your breath. With each inhale, sweep the arms open, expanding the chest, tilting the pelvis forward lightly. And with each exhale, sweep the arms forward, rounding the spine, tilting the pelvis under, coiling the navel back. Release, returning to chair pose. Arms reach overhead. Exhale into standing forward bend, folding forward from the hip creases. Inhale, lift the torso. Exhale, bend the knees, returning to chair pose. Keeping the spine long, adding a twist. Reach the right hand to the left leg, rotating the torso left with the left hand to the low back. Unwind. Inhale, lengthen the spine, arms reach overhead. Exhale, left hand, right thigh, rotating the torso to the right. Unwind, repeating the first twist variation or placing the hands in prayer position. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, elbow to opposite knee, alternating right and left, moving at your own pace. Keep the spine long and the legs active, squeezing the thighs together, drawing the navel back, allowing this twisting action to be a tonic for the spine and belly organs. Returning to center, release. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer position. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale into standing forward bend. Inhale, lift the heart to a flat back. Exhale, release into downward facing dog pose. With your next exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands for lunge position, aligning the front knee with the front ankle. Maintain the legs. Inhale, lift the torso to upright, arms reach overhead, keeping the back leg strong, with the heel raised, lengthening the tailbone towards the earth. Adding a twist, reach the left hand to the right leg and the right hand to the low back, maintaining the hips facing forward, rotating the torso to the right. Unwind. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, release into downward facing dog pose. With the next exhale, step the left foot forward between the hands for lunge position, aligning the front knee with the front ankle. Inhale, lift the torso to upright. Arms reach overhead as you lengthen the tailbone towards the earth, lightly lifting through the lower belly. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, rotate the torso to the left, reaching the right hand to the left thigh and the left hand to the low back. Slowly unwind. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, release, transition into downward facing dog pose. With your next exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands for lunge position. Inhale, lift the torso to upright, arms reach overhead, lifting up and out of both sides of the waist. Adding a twist, reach the left arm forward and the right arm back, rotating the torso to the right. Unwind. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale into downward facing dog pose. Press the tops of the thighs back, firming the outer thighs while rotating the upper thighs inward slightly. With the next exhale, step the left foot forward between the hands for lunge position. Inhale, slowly lift the torso to upright, arms reach overhead, lightly lifting through the lower belly, firming the lower ribs in. Adding a twist, reach the right arm forward and the left arm back, rotating the torso to the left. Breathe as you keep the hips centered, twisting from the navel, ribs, and chest. Unwind. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale into downward facing dog pose. With your next exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands for lunge position. Inhale, slowly lift the torso to upright, keeping the back heel raised, pressing strongly through the back leg. Arms reach overhead. Lengthen the tailbone towards the earth, engaging the muscles of the abdomen, stabilizing the core. Continue lengthening through the upper body as you reach the left hand to the right leg and the right hand to the low back, rotating the torso to the right. Continue here, or to increase this stretch, unwind. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hands to prayer position. Rotate the torso right, hovering the left elbow towards the right knee. Unwind. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale into downward facing dog pose. With your next exhale, step the left foot forward between the hands for lunge position. Inhale, lift the torso to upright, pressing strongly through the back leg, reaching the arms overhead. Keeping the spine long, adding a twist, reach the right hand to the left thigh, placing the left hand to the low back, rotating the torso to the left. Continue here, or to increase this stretch, unwind. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hands to prayer position, drawing the navel back. Rotate the torso left, hovering the right elbow towards the left knee. Unwind. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the earth, stepping back into plank position, aligning the shoulders over the wrists, keeping the core active. Exhale, lower to the knees, point the toes back, lower the torso to the earth. Inhale, lift the heart into cobra pose, drawing the heads of the shoulders back, lifting the bottom of the collarbones up. Exhale to release. Maintain the legs. Reach the arms back with the palms facing down, pressing into the earth. With the exhale, lift the head, chest, and legs into a variation of locust pose. As you lift and lengthen through the upper spine, use the inner thighs to lift the legs up towards the sky, lengthening back through the balls of the feet. Exhale to release. Maintain the legs extended behind you. Bring the arms forward with the elbows beneath the shoulders, forearms to the earth, and the fingertips pointing forward. Keep the legs engaged, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, lifting the chest forward, lengthening the tailbone towards the heels. Stay connected to your breath as you release, transitioning into downward facing dog pose. Breathe as you draw the chest towards the thighs, pressing the earth away, lengthening the spine. Exhale, lower to the knees. Walk the legs through, taking a seat, preparing for boat pose variations. Place the hands behind you for support, fingertips pointing inward and slightly open. Bend the right knee, drawing in towards the chest, lifting the shin bone vertical, navel back, and chest lifting. Release and repeat to the opposite side. Draw the left knee in as you continue to coil the navel back towards the spine. Release, repeating to the right side. Draw the right knee in, lifting the shin bone vertical. Release and repeat once more to the left. Draw the left knee in, activating the hip flexors and core. Release, repeating this sequence, or for more of a challenge, lifting both feet, sitting tall, drawing the navel in, lifting the shin bones vertical, squeezing the thighs together. Release, clasp the hands behind the legs, sitting tall with the chest lifting and the navel back, draw the right knee in. Release and repeat to the opposite side. Draw the left knee in, lifting the shin bone vertical. Release, repeating to the opposite side. Sitting tall with the core engaged, draw the right knee in. Release and repeat to the opposite side. Draw the left knee in. Release, repeating this sequence, or for more of a challenge, lifting both feet, sitting tall, drawing the navel in, lifting the shin bones vertical. Release, moving the energy with a variation of cat-cow stretch. With the hands clasping behind the legs, inhale, lift the heart, tilting the pelvis forward lightly, creating a mild back bend. And with each exhale, round the spine, lengthening the tailbone under slightly, coiling the navel back, chin towards the chest, stretching across the upper back. Continue wrapping this movement around the breath, moving at your own pace. Release, making your way onto your back, transitioning into reclined positions. With the feet to the earth and the knees bent, place the hands behind the head with the elbows wide. Draw the navel back, lift the chest, draw the right knee in, adding a twist. Bring the left elbow towards the right knee. Release and repeat to the opposite side. With the navel back and the chest lifted, draw the right elbow towards the left knee. Release and repeat to the opposite side. Continue with this modified bicycle movement, flowing from right to left, keeping the elbows wide with the head lightly resting, pausing when you need to, moving at your own pace, working front of core and obliques. Continue with the modified bicycle movement, flowing from right to left, and for more of a challenge, adding a full extension of each leg on every repetition, staying connected to the breath, moving at your own pace. Release, returning to center. Reach the arms out like a T with the palms facing down. Pick up the hips and move them slightly right of center. Keep the knees stacked or cross the right knee over the left. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, relax the knees to the left, keeping the shoulder blades to the earth, gently turning the head to look out over the right shoulder. Inhale to release, returning to center. Repeating to the opposite side. Pick up the hips, moving them slightly left of center, keeping the knees stacked or cross the left knee over the right. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, relax the knees to the right, allowing this twisting action to be a tonic for the spine and belly organs. Inhale, draw the knees back to center and release, transitioning into Shavasana. Extend both legs to the earth with the arms at your sides, palms facing upward, open and receptive. Gently close the eyes, placing your awareness on the breath. Simply notice the breath moving in and out, noticing where you feel it in the body. Stay connected to your breath, allowing it to be easy and natural as you rest. You can stay here resting as long as you'd like, and when you're ready, begin to deepen the breath, adding some gentle movement, waking the body up. Stretch and reach the arms overhead, bending the knees, rolling off to your side. Coming up to take a seat. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, placing the hands in prayer position, allowing a moment to honor yourself. Namaste.
Now that was good.